there was a highway
Forgot
going.
about that little detail to
The
you.
highway went through the kitchen. When we originally met, it was the house in Fairlawn was a short sale. Um, that I don't know if you remember the details of the property
I
or
remember I remember, and it came up that there was some stuff that came up in the inspection, and the buyers kind of got a little nervous and walked away because of it.
well, honestly, they were nervous because the house was on the highway. Let's just start. There was a highway
Forgot
going.
about that little detail to
The
you.
highway went through the kitchen in that house, and we were doing everything possible to convince everyone that that was not a highway. I mean, I don't know. It was a difficult, but yeah, that was a short sale, and I think that through that property, I learned a lot about the short sale process
Mhm,
and what the banks were willing to do. And like you said, several appraisals later, um,
mhm.
you know, it's not the same as dealing with a direct seller who's going to make the decisions or dealing with the bank on the foreclosure side,
Mhm.
which they're going to make a decision a bit faster. So the short sale process, it's a good conversation for people to understand. I feel like there's tremendous opportunity in short sales if you're patient as a seller
Mhm.
for first time, and even for an investor. I feel like there's tremendous upside. If you're a flipper, again, patience
Yeah.
and understanding the process is a huge value, um, to
And
the investor as well.
I think the biggest thing as an investor is you have to understand the property. So I tell investors all the time, short sales are based on comp. So if the house needs a lot of work, you probably can get a better deal off of it.
Right.
If it's a house that's flawless, I don't care how much you try to bring the bank down, they're not going to bring it down because they may bring it down a little, but they're going to have a value, and they're
Right.
not going to negotiate off of that value a lot because they know that if it goes to foreclosure for some reason, they're going to get maximum dollar because the property is in good shape.
Right.
So
Of course,
it's a
they're going
whole
off.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah, they're going based off their appraisal. So
Hmm.
ultimately, there's nothing you can do to trick them to take a better deal if that's right. So for the investor, I mean, the investor's job is to obviously be smart, understand the market, work with
Hmm.
realtors like
Hmm.
yourself who can explain the process and not waste time. Um, and like you just said, if the property is in really bad shape, been vacant for 6 months, plumbing's missing, the
Yep.
electrical box is gone, vandalized, yeah, you can come in and most likely ask for
And probably negotiate. Yep.
and negotiate down, and the bank might see that more appealing because FHA most likely won't
Hmm.
approve the loan anyways. Um,
Correct.
so yeah, I mean, it's a great conversation to have. I'm sure people are going to have some questions. Is there anything else you want to throw in as we wrap it up? Like I said, we covered a ton. Your experience over the past 18 years has definitely, like, you're very fluent in the conversation, like confident with what you're saying, and obviously you understand not just the short sale market. I mean, I'm sure we can go into any topic in real estate, and you understand it well. But that's a specialty that you have. And again, I haven't had too many discussions with realtors that really focus in on the short sale. I'm glad I had a chance
Hmm.
to bring that up, and we'll post.
It's a long, hard learning curve. I tell people all the time, it's a learning curve and it's a hard learning curve. And I don't care how much you think you know, every day it changes because there's certain things, like literally with COVID, there's different changes now compared to what it was 2 months ago with the
Yeah,
bank. So you always have to you have to keep educating yourself. And that's the big difference between being a short sale specialist and just being an agent. You have to constantly educate yourself on what is going on with the market, but also what's going on with the banks and how they are handling the market.